Now let's discuss why the keyword of the day is consistent. When you look at Mr. Mbeh, for example, many of you admire him. Many of you you love him. I know that I still have haters. That one is certain. Not everybody can love you. It's normal, but majority love me, and I'm grateful for that. Some of you love the patterns that I've taken. Some of you love what I've gone through, and say I'm here. You know, but some of you don't even know the real story. Some of you don't even know things that has happened before now. Some of you like me because maybe I'm rich. Maybe I have money. I can support you in one or two things, and you just love the me. But I'm sure that if I was like I used to be, I'm not sure the love will be there. All right. So it looks like my network is shaky. Trust, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Trust?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay,
yes,
because it looks like my network was choppy. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, guys.
No, it's fine,
today,
Ambassador.
today I want to share with you something. First of all, we're going to go one step at a time, and why the results or why the keyword of the day is consistent. Let me show you something. First of all, this is, yeah, you see this guy? You see this guy? This is Mr. Mbeh, right? I want to tell you about this guy. So this guy was born. So this is the person talking to you here right now, okay? And that is more than 30-something years back, all right? I was born, and like any other child, you know, like any other child, you grew up from a very poor background, right? From a very, very poor background. And you struggled through school. And later on, I have to sponsor myself through university and professional studies. And I started now looking for a job, you know, and I remember I took like 4 years without getting a job after finishing all my professional trainings and all that. I didn't get any job, you know. So the first thing I decided to do, since I had no job, was to, I started gathering children in their houses and I started teaching them. That was the first thing I was doing in order for me to get experience, because even when I was struggling to be a classroom teacher, most of the schools could not take me because I never had any experience in teaching. So in order for me to have that experience, I had to start gathering children who are preparing exams and all that, and I was giving them lectures at home. From there now, I actually had to go with one of my friends. We finally went and collected, we rented one school, the evening section of that school. And because we had a lot of students that were preparing exams that were coming to us, I was teaching mathematics and physics, you know, so we rented one school. We were now doing what they call evening session and giving lectures to students. So now we had some experience. We did that like for like 2 years. We got some experience. Then we applied now to teach in schools, and we already had some small experience. Then they took us. So I was a classroom teacher. So I moved from being that home teacher to a classroom teacher. You see this? Some of you would not like to see this, but this is me as a classroom teacher, okay? So at this level, while I was teaching here, you know, my salary was about $80, right, teaching here. And let me tell you something. Do you know the only time we could put on something very nice like this was the moment when we have end of year parties, because the salary was so small that they have to be cutting like some $5 every month, so that at the end of the year you could be able to have a nice suit in that school like this for the end of year kind of thing. So the salary was really, really ridiculous. $80 for a month. Even though I was still doing my home teaching, I was still training people at home, but in school, I was getting $80. I tell you, it was not easy. It was very, very small that I could barely just pay for my small apartment that I'll show you guys very soon, and then eat. But you know what? Please, let's stay muted. Let's mute everyone. Let's mute everyone. Okay, so just try to mute them. Don't know who is making that noise. Try to stay muted, guys. So what I'm going to tell you, we have a lot of things to discuss today. So just be patient with me, okay? Let's stay muted, please. Thank you. All right. So the salary was so small. I explained to you how we managed before we can put on something like this. We need to really, we needed to contribute some money like end of the year, and then we have to put on something like this. But you know what? I kept going. But in 2011, 2012, I quit. Okay? I quit from being a classroom teacher. I said, enough is enough. I'm not going to teach anymore, because this is the last day I left the classroom, and I was like, I'm not going to do this anymore, right? I'm like, I will not do this anymore, because I felt like I was suffering. I felt like I can't do anything with my life. I felt like I wasted a lot of years trying to acquire knowledge, and I can't even have a better job. I can't do anything. I can't even eat a very good food. I can't even pay my house rent and be satisfied. Once I pay my house rent, I can't have anything that is good. So 2012, I decided to quit. And I said, enough is enough. So here I was actually thinking. We had our last, I think if here, you see my back somewhere here, and then in front of me was like water in front of me here. I was thinking, and I just asked my friend to take me this pic, So I quit, and I said, okay, let me go to the next step. So after I quit, I had another very, very difficult.
So are you there?
Can you hear me?
You're not hearing your ambassador. You're hearing.
Trust, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's a bit choppy.
Yeah.
It's choppy.
I think it's okay now. Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's okay now.
All right. 5 on 5? Is it 5 on 5 now?
5 on 5.
Yeah, 5 on 5.
It's not 5 on 5. I can switch to another network. Just making sure that it's 5 on 5. Is it 5 on 5, Trust?
Yeah, I think you better.
Yeah, let me get a better network. Let me see if I can switch.
Okay.
Network is jealous of us. So but now it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. You can go ahead.
Just let me know when you can hear me, so that
Okay.
okay. Well, I don't know where it started chopping, but I was actually showing you when I quit. I quit when things were not moving around 2012. So I decided to leave that. Okay, enough. I'm no more doing teaching. I'm done. I'm done. That was like after teaching for like 3 years to 4 years. And I'm saying, okay, I'm done. When I said I'm done, you know what? When I said I'm done, look at this picture. After I quit in 2012, 2013, the only small money that was left with me was to buy a computer. But do you know that I had serious nightmares here because I had no job, I had no food, I have no money. The only thing I had was internet. The only thing I had was the laptop, this thing you have. I had this computer. That was the last thing I bought. So life became very, very tough. Like there were days that in Africa we call it gari. You have this. I don't know. Gari should be known everywhere, even except those in the US maybe. But there were days that I cannot even eat. There were days that I was having a lot of challenges. So even at this point, I was even challenged. I was insulted by many people because they were like mocking at me that I have.
It's cutting. It's chopping up.
Oh, it's chopping again. It's chopping again.
Network. Yeah, network.
Okay, let's see how it goes here. Hold on 1 minute. 1 second. 1 second. Let's see how it goes here. All right.
Okay, it's fine.
It's fine now.
Yes, and Ambassador.
5 on 5 now.
5.5.
All right, please. When it's choppy, let me know, please.
Okay.
But it looks like it's still choppy.
No, it's fine. Go ahead, Ambassador.
Okay, fine. Let me share my screen again. So when I actually decided to stop teaching, that's when I had one of my very bad days. Because one, even the little $80 I was having, I was not having it anymore. I was stranded. And now I still went back to be teaching and doing home teaching. You know, I went back and I was doing home teaching so that I could even eat. And in those days, 2013, when you were doing home teaching, sometimes they don't even pay you. Sometimes they don't even give you, at the end of the month, you have to be fighting with your parents for you to have money. So it was very, very tough. I had days that, you see this pillow you are seeing here like this? There were days that this pillow were wet, where I'm crying. I was asking myself, why me? I have certificates, I've gone to school, and I have talents, but I can't even eat. I can't even do anything. So life was so stressful, life was so difficult that I couldn't even think right. But now something was telling me, something kept telling me that on the internet, I could actually make something, I could actually do something that would change my life, that would change the life of nations. I was having this feeling, but I could not lay hands on that particular thing. But I was positioning myself to get that thing when it comes and to run with it. But the thing was not coming yet. But something was telling me that you need to position yourself. It was tough, very difficult, no food, nothing. I think I was closer to the time when I finally met my wife. So even the girlfriends that I had that day, they left me. They left me, all of them, because there was nothing to offer. I had nothing to offer except my little brain. But that my little brain could not put food on the table. My mother, I remember we had serious quarrels because she was like, you cannot find a job, you quit the small one that you are doing. Now, what are you going to do? What are you going to eat? There were times I would rush to my mother and even get money to pay for my house rents. It was very tough, but there was one thing I didn't do, was that I never stopped believing in myself. I never stopped believing that I am going to meet something That is going to change everything. I tell you, 2013, for those that were already using the computer and versed with the internet, majority of African parents, when they see you having a computer and an internet, they call you a scammer in around 2013. It's not today, because now we have things that have changed the world, and people now believe that you can actually work online. 2013, when people were seeing you a lot with computer all the time, you will be regarded as a scammer. So people were calling me a scammer. Look at that one. All we see is him with a computer. All we see is him moving up and down with a computer. That was how they were mocking at me. And then let me show you when I finally met TBC. Look at this. All right, let me play this a little bit.
Hello, everyone out there. Good afternoon. This is Mbeh here, and I wish to
It's choppy. I don't know what's going on.
make a few minutes video to tell you my personal experience with TBC. That's what is known as.
Anyway, this is when I. Before then, what happened? Before then, what happened? A lot of things happened. I actually had very difficult days. Let me show you where I used to live before I met TBC. Let me show you where I used to live. This is the racks. Let me quickly show you this. Okay, let me show you where I used to live. Now, listen. This is the one room. In this room, you have the kitchen. In this room, you have my bed, the pillows that I was wetting every night and crying. In this room, you had everything inside. This room, look at the room.
I was living in a room where I have everything.
You see my gas plates, we were actually cooking, and this is dried fish. In those days, I don't eat meat. How dare you eating meat? Where's the money coming from? No meat. You eat fish, dry one. So, look at this.
Small room, somewhere in Bonaberi, and then life was not that easy. But then I kept going. I had a date.
And then I had met my wife. And let me tell you, this story also involves a lot of love story in it, because when I met my wife, she was also an entrepreneur, but she actually believed in me. She believed that we can do something. So when I met her, I was very broke. Look at, this is what she was doing at that time. By then, she was producing this. She had a small company known as D Sparkling, where she was actually producing soap. In fact, let me tell you, she was even richer than me in those days. So she was richer than me. She was producing this. And she was doing soap and eau de Javel, and other things. This is what she was doing at that time when I met her. And she was humble enough to love me. I had no girlfriend. I had nothing. All of them have left me. So she started this, and I started supporting her. We're supporting each other. So you can find her. This is her here. In this bedroom, we were all together. You see what she was cooking? Even though we're doing that, but it was not easy. It was very, very tough. Look at my room in those days. You see my room? Look at, this is the racks I was coming from. You see, you can find this lady stuff, one table, a TV and a fan and a bed. You can see this.
It's not only going to change my life.
You see my room? Look at where we're coming from. See it? This is the room. This is the racks.
I embrace it. president.
So,
I keep encouraging my brothers and sisters. I keep encouraging my friends and families. Although.
So, I'm still coming to this. So, in this room, you have everything. We were sharing like a toilet also. There was nothing like self-contained toilets. We were sharing everything with other people that were renting. And today, can you hear me, Trust?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, that's fine. Thank you.
5 on 5.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you. It's fine.
Let's go ahead. So here things were just so difficult, and the only thing that made us to be together was love, and she believed in me. But then I knew that something will happen. I still believe that there is hope. And that's why you saw me, I was having this computer. That's why you saw me, I was looking stressed. That's why you see me in this picture. I was even having a bit of flesh here, trust me, as compared to here. As compared to here. You see this? Here, the suit is even adding some flesh in my body. I was really tiny, you know? So this is poverty. It was stress that was causing this thing, you know? It was really difficult. Here we had very difficult moment. These pillows, there were nights that were wet. There were days that there were not food. There were days that I would receive insult. There were days that I don't even want to go out. I don't even want to talk to anybody. I will remain in my room. But do you know the funniest thing? I started encountering these quick rich programs, these get rich quick programs. In those days, they would tell you, put $100 and 7% daily, 6% daily, 2% daily, 3% daily. Yeah, 2013, I was doing it. But I never even had the money. Then the little one that I might borrow or I might beg, when they give it to me, I'll go and put it in this kind of program and the money will disappear. I'll go back to my misery. So it makes my life miserable. Nobody believes in me because I put my money in get rich quick scam kind of thing, and the thing will just disappear after 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, it has gone. So I will go back to square zero. So my life was just turning around. And I was thinking that I'm struggling. I was having a lot of mockery. People lose faith in me. Nobody believed in me anymore. My life was just so miserable. My life was, in fact, I can't explain what I was feeling at that moment, but it's beyond explanation because imagine that you have to pay house rents, you have to eat, you have to take care of your health, and then you don't have the money. And then the little money that somebody will just pity you, like maybe $10 or $20 and give it to you to manage. You take it and put it in this kind of programs or get rich quick scam, and the program disappear after maybe 2 months or 3 months. I'll go back where I used to be. So one morning, somebody called me from the US. My mentor from the US. Some of you don't even know who signed me up in TBC. Many people are thinking that my sponsor is from Africa. I'm sorry, my sponsor is not from Africa. Let me show you my sponsor in TBC. She's a very big networker, and many of you know her. I can call her anytime. This is my sponsor in TBC. She loves TBC a lot. She loves freedom too, you know. This is my sponsor, right? And she still loves TBC till now. She was like a mentor to me. She was like a mentor to me, and she was guiding me through. One morning, she called me. And when she called me, I had just $4 in my account. That's why I'm explaining this video here.
One day your hopper will come out. One day, it won't be.
every day. And I really want to tell you my testimony with TBC. You see, when I was
listen to this, guys. Listen to this.
TBC, I had just $4.
So, did you hear that? I had just $4. The very first day this lady called me. She called me. I remember she called me on the phone. I had $4 in my account, in my blockchain Bitcoin wallet. I was broke. I was damn broke. I was miserable.
By the way, I know your sponsor.
So, listen. Now, listen to this. Chain wallet. I mean, $4. You know what that means? It means I never had money or anything to start. But $4, I said, okay. I told my very good friend Kelly, whom we have been working with other projects for a number of years now. And I was like, Kelly, I have this $4 in my wallet. I don't know what to do. He said, no, but you can start with $4. I mean, $4. You know what I'm saying? So. I actually transferred the $4 into her account, and she created my TBC wallet with $4. And with this $4, after a few days, I checked on my account and it was only showing $13. I said, wow, seriously? So with this $13, I had to look for some other money to add to see that my earnings can increase. So within a few days, she actually told me that, okay, there really know what.
All right. How I got involved in TBC, 2016. Now, within some 1 or 2 months, I was elected as the TBC leader for Cameroon because there was a competition. And when I was thinking my poverty, where I'm coming from, the stress I've gone through, I tell myself that I must win this position. I told myself I must win as the TBC national leader. And I worked towards it with my wife. We worked towards it. We went to universities. We did a lot of campaigning. There were many people in Cameroon that were also campaigning same position. What happened? I won at the end of the day. So when I won, I was rewarded with some TBC. I was rewarded with 100,000 TBC coin. You can still find that in the blog. All right. I was rewarded with 100 TBC coin. So if you go to this blog, you see it. That was December. Let me see if we can have it here. All right, that was December 3rd, 2016. And that was when I was warned, and the admin of TBC rewarded me with 100,000 TBC. And I automatically become a digital millionaire. But was that enough? Was I supposed to say, okay, now I have TBC, I have 100,000 TBC? Was I supposed to just say that, okay, fine, I have enough? The TBC was not accepted. The TBC was not spendable. It's not like today, we have Kringle Mall, we have merchant location, we have this. It was not spendable. So what was I supposed to do? I started working hard. I took the opportunity and I started being consistent. These are my very first TBC meetings. You see that here the flesh was not coming, but the flesh was gradually coming. But I was at least happy. It was still tough, doing small meetings like this, where you have to travel. You can see a group of 10, 20 persons. That's how I started, and it started coming gradually. And in 2017, I have made money. Yes, I think I've made a lot. So this is like our first year anniversary. Yeah, first TBC, yeah, first year anniversary. So when I won, I had to start working like crazy. I did not just stay and say that, okay, fine, I'm not supposed to do anything anymore. I have my TBC. No. I started working my ass out. Then I started having fundings. This is first year. You look at this cake. You look at this cake here. First year, it was TBC. Yeah, it was TBC, something like that. Yeah, so many of these people, they are still around. Some of them are not around, but it's fine. That is it. So you can see my seminars as I started gathering people with some leaders. I started. So you see that from here now, I started being consistent in my training. I started being, I started doing things that I started educating. Okay, it was like, okay, I have my TBC. What am I supposed to do within my TBC? Am I supposed to sit down and do nothing? No. I run with the opportunity. Because if you look at this is April 2017. We started doing the work. And I started selling TBC. People started throwing money to me, and it was awesome. It was very, very awesome. Now people started believing in TBC. And then I started telling myself, hey, Mr. Mbeh, you need to get married. So I got engaged with my wife, you know. I got engaged with my wife. This is her here. You know, I said, okay, baby.
It was not that easy. But then.
So you see, this is her. This is her. She was cooking. She was preparing what they call toxic banana here.
What I was doing, I knew that this TBC.
So you see, we were in here, we were in the racks. And she was with me during the tough days. She was with me to encourage me. She was with me to tell me, don't worry, I believe in you. She was the only person standing. Because even my family said, you are a scammer. We can't help you. You have refused to teach. We can't give you anything. Go away. Yes, nobody believed in me. I think there were only two people that believed in me, was my wife at that time and my mother. Even though my mother would always slap me, my mother would always push me away, but when I go back for food, she'll give me food, at least food, because I had nothing. So she was the only person standing, supporting this initiative. That's why when people started throwing money to me, I got engaged. And I said, this is the time to take her to the next level. This is the time I got engaged, and I said, baby, you know what? We have to get married. There's no time to waste. Still in 2017, and people were already believing in the TBC. We did all the wedding. We did everything from traditional to the court wedding, all right? To the court wedding to everything she did. Anyway, we had one of the most expensive wedding at my age at that time. In my early 30s, we did one of the most expensive wedding in town. I'm sure many of you would not want to hear how much my wedding cost, but it was much money. Let me just spice your eyes a bit. If you look at here, this is my wedding. It was a very nice occasion. Hold on 1 second. I don't know what happened with this video. So let me refresh a little bit. Let's see what's going on. Let me quickly show you. I hope that the network will allow us. Okay. Oops. Network is bad. All right, so let me quickly show you.
Ready.
Okay, look at this, guys. So this is in 2017 when we finally got married. This is the reception area. Just keep your eyes for a few minutes before we continue. That was the reception area. So this was just the makeup of the reception. They were still doing some arranging things here. All right. So we finally got married because it was high time we get married. I'm sure if I didn't marry at that time, I would not, because she was there for me and she supported me all through. And it was high time we get married. Then we keep doing this. But do you know that even though it was now rosy, we still had challenges. We still had challenges. Like, for example, end of 2017, 2018, the TBC wallets, people were not having send button. The system had a problem and they had to work on it. That is the time we had the highest hit because we have been doing everything to encourage people to come in and people were not having their send button. So what am I supposed to do now? Yes, the belief in you. Insult were still thrown on us. Insult, they were still like insulting us. This your thing is now a scam, blah, 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 blah. And we had challenges. Some of the challenges that I had was like, I was attacked. Thieves attacked me. People attacked my office. I cannot count how many police cases, uncountable police cases. Today, if you take me to the police, I'll laugh at you. Or if you threaten me to take me to the police, I'll just laugh because it's normal thing for me. We had a lot of challenges when there was a problem. But do you know what? We kept being consistent. We were still consistent. We were still there with the people. We were still there to tell the people that it is going to be fine because we believe. We believe in TBC. We believe in the projects from day one. Because from day one, I knew that something will come. This is the day one. I was believing at this level that something will come that will change not only my life, but it's going to change my surrounding and the world at large. I believed it. I knew that it is coming. It was in me. So what did I do? I positioned myself. I positioned myself to grab it when the time comes. That's when this lady called me and told me that, look, there is an opportunity for here for you. And I told myself, this is it. I told myself, this is the thing I have been looking for. Because here, at this stage in 2013, 2014, 2015, my life was turning around like a circle. Because I would do this, then I skip, I do that, then I skip, I go do this, then I skip. And people stop believing in me. People stopped trusting me. People stopped looking up to me from 2013, 14, 15. And in 2016, I told myself, I will not make that mistake again. Enough of those mistakes is enough. And right up to date, some physicians are doing this mistake. I did it many years back. And let me tell you something, there is something, it's like a drug. When you are into this quick get-rich scheme, it's like a drug. The way they tell you is very sweet. It's always usually very sweet. Let me tell you, when it's like bong bong. You know bong bong? I know, you put it in your mouth, it's very sweet. And the sweetness will last for a very short time. And then later on, you have nothing in your mouth again. You feel the time that you have the flavor, like you want to enjoy it, it is no more. That is how these get-rich quick schemes work. Your life keeps turning around like a circle, turning around like a circle. But when you handle a project, like TBC, you believe in it. You are there with the people. You feel the admin's heart when he writes a blog. You read and try to picture his heart the moment he is teaching or the moment he is trying to educate the community. Then you understand that this is something you need to hold on to. This is something you need to stand for it. You need to be strong, because if you are not strong, you will have challenges that will make you to go. People will attack you. People will say all kinds of stories about you. People wrote blogs about me. They paid people to write about me, and I didn't care. Did I care? No. The wallet had challenges. Did I care? No. I was there with the people I have brought in. I was there with them. I was there, keep motivate. Look, this particular seminar, I remember it like yesterday. Because this is, you look at these faces, look at their faces, they were not happy. Because this is the moment, June 17, 2017. This particular seminar, people were very angry because the wallet of TBC was not working. I had to be there to talk to them. I needed to face my fears. I remember when I was going into this seminar, my leader asked me that, do you really want to do this? I said, yes, I'll do it. Because the people were angry. So sometimes you need to face your fears. Some of the fears that you have is that TBC will not work. Face it and make it work. That's some of the fears that you have. Some of the fears that you have is that what would they look, what would they talk, what would they call me if it doesn't work? Face your fears. And for you to do that, you must be consistent. Some of the